The world of Formula One never runs out of interesting stories, full of drama and surprises. This time the focus is on Toto Wolff and Lewis Hamilton, two big names who have a long history with Mercedes. However, their close relationship was put to the test when Hamilton, a 7-time world champion, made the surprising decision to leave the team that made his name to join Ferrari, a racing icon and the dream of many drivers. Hamilton's decision raised a big question mark. Why did a driver who had achieved so much success with Mercedes decide to switch to Ferrari? What really happened behind the scenes? Let's take a closer look. Lewis Hamilton joined Mercedes for the first time in 2013, after 6 colorful and dynamic seasons with McLaren. This decision was initially seen as quite a risky one, especially considering the state of Mercedes at the time, which had yet to show its potential as a dominant team in the world of Formula One. Many doubted the team's prospects, but strong encouragement from Formula One legend Niki Lauda, who was advising the Mercedes team at the time, was a key factor in convincing Hamilton. Lauda was able to instill in Hamilton the confidence that there was a great opportunity to achieve extraordinary success with Mercedes in the future. The Hamilton-Mercedes partnership has proven to be one of the most successful in Formula One history. In the 8 years since joining forces, Hamilton and Mercedes have achieved extraordinary results together, winning 6 consecutive Drivers' World Championships and 7 Constructors' World Championships. This achievement not only set a record, but also confirmed their dominance as a major force in Formula One racing, something no other team had ever achieved. But behind every great success story, there are always challenges to overcome. In the 2022 and 2023 seasons, Mercedes began to experience a significant decline in performance. Their flagship cars at the time, the W13 and W14, were no longer as competitive as they had been. As Red Bull and Ferrari began to show a new dominance in the racing arena, Mercedes actually seemed to be lagging behind in terms of technical development. This situation is a big challenge for the team, which must find a way to return to the top of the competition in Formula One. The beginning of 2024 is an extraordinary new chapter in Lewis Hamilton's career. After showing his commitment to Mercedes for so long and often talking about how loyal he is to the team, the world champion has finally made a very surprising decision. Hamilton decided not to extend his contract with Mercedes, the team that brought him so much success and made him one of the most legendary drivers in Formula One history. Instead, Hamilton made a bold move by choosing to join Ferrari, a team that has been the dream of many Formula One drivers throughout the history of the sport. Ferrari, which has a long history as one of the most famous and prestigious teams in the world of racing, has always been an attraction for anyone entering the Formula One arena. However, behind its big name and glory, Ferrari is also known for a number of complex internal challenges, including chaos in team management and race strategy that sometimes causes controversy. The decision to join the team was not an easy one for Hamilton. For him, the move is a big gamble, but also a golden opportunity to realize the ambition that has been buried within him, to add to his collection of world championship titles to 8 times, an extraordinary achievement that he wanted to achieve with a team considered the most iconic in the history of Formula One. Toto Wolff, the Mercedes team principal, could not hide his surprise when he heard the decision. However, Wolff still maintains his good relationship with Hamilton and shows a fully professional attitude. In an interview, Wolff said that Mercedes will always be home for Hamilton, considering their long history of collaboration full of brilliant achievements. He also added that the Mercedes door will always be open to Hamilton, hinting that the legend's return to the team in the future remains a possibility that cannot be ruled out. Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari was not just a recent desire, but a dream he had had since childhood. However, the decision was also influenced by the situation at Mercedes, the team that had been Hamilton's home for many years. In the last 2 seasons, he felt that his voice was not as influential as it used to be in determining the direction of the team. Mercedes, once known as a team that always prioritized input from its drivers, now seemed to be losing its way, especially in developing a car that could compete at the top. On the other hand, Fred Vasseur, Ferrari's team principal, played a very important role in this process. With a confident approach and a mature strategy, Vasseur managed to convince Hamilton that Ferrari was on its way to a new era of revival. In the 2023 season, Ferrari performed much better than in previous seasons. The team was even able to score more wins than Mercedes, an indicator that their development direction was starting to bear fruit. For Hamilton, Ferrari offered more than just a racing opportunity. The legendary team has a wealth of resources, a rich tradition in racing history and an emotional appeal that is hard to resist. Hamilton sees Ferrari as the ideal place to realize the final major ambition of his career. With the potential that Ferrari currently has, Hamilton believes that this team can give him the best chance to end his long career in Formula One in unforgettable style. Ferrari is not just an option, but a symbol of a magnificent final chapter in his story as one of the greatest drivers of all time. But Hamilton's journey with Ferrari will not be easy. Joining the team means dealing with several internal dynamics that have long been known as one of Ferrari's biggest challenges. The team often faces pressure from within, especially when it comes to managing the relationship between two drivers with alpha status in the team. In this case, Charles Leclerc, who will be Ferrari's main driver from 2019, is a figure that cannot be ignored. His existence as an important part of Ferrari's long-term project makes him a very influential figure in the team. Although Charles Leclerc has welcomed Hamilton's arrival with a positive attitude and enthusiasm, the rivalry between the two will almost certainly heat up on the track. This situation will be a test not only of their personal relationship, but also of the team management's ability to maintain balance and harmony between the two. Aside from internal issues, Hamilton will also face technical challenges that are no less daunting. Although Ferrari have made significant progress in several areas, they still have a number of fundamental weaknesses. One of the main issues is tire management, which is often a weak point in their performance, as well as a race strategy that is sometimes less than optimal. Nevertheless, Ferrari team principal Frédéric Vasseur believes that Hamilton's vast experience and exceptional skills will be a major asset. With Hamilton's rich track record, Vasseur is optimistic that his presence can help Ferrari overcome various technical problems that have hampered their progress. For Ferrari, this is a golden opportunity to utilize all of Hamilton's advantages to strengthen their position in the Formula One world. On the other hand, Toto Wolff remains optimistic that Hamilton could return to Mercedes in the future. However, certain conditions have to be met. One of them is that the performance of Mercedes' current young drivers, such as George Russell or his new partner, must not be satisfactory. Wolff is also aware that if Hamilton does return, he may have to take on a different role, perhaps as a mentor to young drivers or as a second driver. It's a position Hamilton has rarely taken in his career, but with his maturity and experience, Wolff believes Hamilton would consider it. Niki Lauda's name always comes up when discussing the relationship between Hamilton and Mercedes. Lauda was the man who convinced Hamilton to leave McLaren in 2013. The decision was widely regarded as one of the most brilliant moves in F1 history, leading Mercedes to an era of dominance. Now, as Hamilton begins a new chapter with Ferrari, Wolff can't help but remember Lauda's role. He hopes that Lauda's spirit and vision can continue to inspire the Mercedes team, even as they face enormous challenges without Hamilton. For many fans, the big question is whether Hamilton can win an 8th world title with Ferrari. His age, approaching 40, and the huge challenges ahead make it a daunting task. However, Hamilton has proven time and again that he is an incredible driver with unrivaled determination. On the other hand, the possibility of Hamilton returning to Mercedes remains a mystery. Will he return to the team that brought him so much success, or will he end his career as a Ferrari driver?